Ooh, there's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush meets someone looking pretty. Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, and a very special puzzle that I'm recording today. So I was actually taking a break from the channel when I realized there was a kind of confluence of events that means I needed to return to the Hamilton Sudoku series. My personal Hamilton journey is over, and it ended a couple of weeks ago when when the final show of the international and Australian tour of Hamilton happened. And it was a very, very special week for me and very emotional. But there was one puzzle left over from the Hamilton Sudoku submissions that never got solved. And why am I doing it today? Because two of the people who helped me do the Hamilton Sudoku series, and they curated most of the things so I could solve them, and they put all of the work into making sure that the puzzles were put together and everything, was FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards. You know them, they've done a lot of work for this channel. Tonight, as this puzzle is coming out, or the day that this puzzle is coming out, they're seeing Hamilton live for the very first time. So as their Hamilton Sudoku journey starts, I had to do one last Hamilton puzzle. So I literally have been on break from the channel for a bit, and I needed to do this. I needed to do this for them because I'm so excited for them. So today we're going to be facing three fundamental truths at the exact same time. I'm so excited for them that I almost don't think I can solve this. I literally have so many emotions. I can't even think of the right lyrics and everything, but I'm going to try and solve a Sudoku for you. If you haven't seen it, the Hamilton Sudoku series is a series now. We originally did 51 puzzles, and then my journey kept happening and I kept getting special invites back to the show. I think we ended up doing, 63 puzzles, so less than I ever saw the show. And this will be the next one. So, yeah, it's just thank you to everyone who's contributed to this journey, and I hope FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards have a wonderful time at the show. I'm not going to waste all of your time with stories. I'm now just going to get straight onto the Sudoku. Of course, in the description below, there will be a link to this puzzle, as well as I'll probably try and remember to throw one to the playlist for the entire Hamilton Sudoku series, which on the 51st puzzle has a very special guest introduction. Anyway, let's have a look at three fundamental truths by Angelica Schuyler. All of these puzzles were set anonymously and have been attributed to characters from the show. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have German whispers. So adjacent digits on green line must have a difference of at least 5. So these digits must have a difference of at least 5. These digits must have a difference of at least 5. Those digits must have a difference of at least 5. Renban. Digits placed on a purple line must be a non-repeating set of consecutive digits in any order. So, for example, on this line, which is 6 cells long, we could put the digits 1 through 6 or 2 through 7. We couldn't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 because if we took those digits off the line and sorted them, they wouldn't be consecutive. Arrow, there's an arrow in the grid. Digits on an arrow sum to the digit placed in that arrow's circle. And then there's the special rule specifically for this puzzle. Digits in cells joined by a gold dot would be satisfied if they were consecutive, in a ratio of 2 to 1, sum to 5, or sum to 10. In this puzzle, gold dots must never be satisfied. They will never be satisfied. Satisfied is the song that every time I see it, even still most of the times I hear it, I cry. So I'm going to try and not cry. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So, what do we know about German whisper lines? So, we can never put 5 onto a German whisper line because there's no digit between 1 and 9 that is 5 away. If we subtract 5 or more, we end up at 0 or less. If we add 5 or more, we end up at 10 or higher. So every digit must either be below 5 or above 5. And I'm going to use this line just for a quick demonstration of what that means. So if we put a digit below 5, you can't put another digit below 5 next to it because the maximum difference is 3. And the same is true if you put two digits above 5 next to each other. The maximum difference is 3. So any digit that is below 5, and I use blue to mark this, must go next to a digit that is above 5, and I use yellow to mark above 5. So this must also be yellow. So all of these digits are 6, 7, 8, 9. But this digit here is next to above 5, so it's below 5. So this is 2, 3, or 4. Now, I can tell you right now that these two digits here can't be 6. Because if this was a 6, both of those would need to be 1. This is below 5. I'm not going to worry about marking that yet. But these, the only digit that is 5 away from 6 is 1. So if this was 6, both of those would need to be 1. And if this was 6, both of those would need to be 1. So there's no 6 in either of those. One of those two is 6. Now, there's still a non-consecutive happening here that I need to pay attention to. But these now must be high. This must be low, and these must be high. So this is also 2, 3, or 4. Now, this can't be 4, or both of those would need to be 9, and this can't be 4, or both of those would need to be 9. So this is a 2, 3 pair. So one of these is a 3. So one of these has to be an 8 or a 9, because I can't put a 6 or a 7 next to a 3. They're too close. So these are from 6, 7, 8, 9. This one can't be a 6 because, or a 7, because again, this is next to both of those. So this is an 8, 9 pair, and this is a 6 or a 7, and it can't be a 6 because it can't be 6 can only go next to a 1. So that's a 7. There's no 7 here. This can't be an 8 or a 9 now, because if this was an, oh no, there's no yellow dot here. Never mind. Okay. Do I know the makeup of this line? It's either 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, hang on. This is high, 7, 8, 9. And this is low, 1, 3, or 4. These are both high, 7, 8, 9. Oh, the 2 makes that a 3, which makes that a 2. There must be a 4. This is a 4, 5 pair. Because this is also high, so it's 6, 7, 8, 9, and it can't be 6 because 6 can't go next to 2. So that is a 7, 8, 9 triple. That's a 6, which means this isn't a 6. This is a 7, 8, 9 triple. I'm enjoying this so far. I mean, I didn't expect to not enjoy it so far. But now I've got this line fully pencil marked, I'm actually going to get rid of the colouring rather than use it to distract myself. So I've got to get from 2 to 7, 8, 9. Yeah, each of these lines, they were either 1 through 7, 2 through 8, or 3 through 9. And this one can't be 3 through 9. So there can't be a 9 on this line. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is no 9 here. 9 has to be down here, which means this can't sum to 9. The maximum that could be is 8. Could these both be high? Possibly. But let's mark this triple down because this can't be satisfied. So these are 4, 5, and 6, but this can't be a 4 or this dot would be satisfied. And, you know, these dots are like me. They will never be satisfied. So 4 is in one of those two, which puts 4 up here by Sudoku, because 4 can't go in those or in those. 4 is in one of those two. So, can't really follow a dot train easily. They just have to not be satisfied. 3 is on this line, which means 9 can't be on this line. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 is in one of those 3. Yeah, 3 is on this line. So 9 is in one of those 3, and 9 is on this line. But I'm not sure. Well, it's not in the middle. So 9 isn't in the middle. So these are high digits, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is a low digit, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it can't be 4 because then both of those. And it can't be 3 either. This is a 1 or a 2. Okay. If these were low, they'd be 1 and 4. And that doesn't work. That's very cool. These have to be high digits because if these were low, because remember, these have to alternate. So whatever this is, let's call it blue. I'm going to use blue and yellow, but these, I'm not going to use blue. I'm going to use purple. This, even though I'm going to use purple and orange. Okay. So if these were low, because 2 and 3 is not available, they'd have to be 1 and 4. But if these were 1 and 4, this would have to be, because one of them is a 4, this would have to be a 9. A 9 plus anything would mean this would have to be 10 or higher. So these can't be low. These are 6, 7, 8, or 9. I'm going to do some investigation into that in a minute. This is 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it's not 2 or 3. And that's all the colouring done. And one of them has to be a 6. So this is a 1, because this is a 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple. So one of those two has to be a 6, which means this isn't a 6. This is a 5. This is a 4. This is a 6. There's no 6 here. That is a 7, 8, 9 triple. So 1, 2, this is now a 4, 5, which means 4 and 5 are both in those. But they could be on the Renbans. That's not a problem. There's no 9 there because I can't put a 9 on a line with a 2. So 9 is in one of those two, which means there is a 9 on this line. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. There's no 1 on this line. There's no 1 or 2. This is a 1 or a 2. This is 1 and 2. And this line is either 2 through 8 or, sorry, 2 through 7, 1 through 7 or 2 through 8. So if it's 1 through 7, this is 8, 9. And if it's 2 through 8, this is 1, 9. And it can't be 1, 9. This is an 8, 9. And this is 1 through 7. There's no 8 on the line. That's the 7. That's the 6. This is cool. And this is the 8, 9 on the line. This is really cool. This 6 means that's not a 6. This is 7, 8, 9? Yeah. So that's a 7, 8, 9 triple. So these are 1, 2, and 6. And must contain a 6. So I know what these are now. 3, 4, 5. So if this is 1, 3, this is 4. If it's 1, 4, it's 5. And if it's 1, 5, it's 6. This is 4, 5, or 6. Okay. These can't be satisfied. But I don't... there's also a 5-10 rule. I forgot about the 5-10 rule. So this could never be a 3, or these would sum to 10. This... have to never satisfy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not sure about this yet. Okay, still learning. But this line must have a 1 on it. And it's not here, and it's not in any of those. So there's a 1 in one of those two. So these are 1, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, these digits here are 1, 3, 4, 5, and that's not a 1. 1 is up here. These digits are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm not... Well, this can't be 1, 2. So this is from 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 4, 5. So 6 is actually in one of those two. Because I can't put 6 in any of these or there. 6 is in one of those two. 6 is down here. Is this... I can't see how to use those for positive information yet. Oh, the 3 means this isn't the 7. So this is the 7 and this can't be consecutive. This is 9 and 8. The 9 looks down, making this the 8 and this the 9. The 8 and the 9 look down, making that the 7. These can never be satisfied. This can never be satisfied. Maybe it's these now, because 2 is in one of those two. 3 is in one of those 3. This can only be 2 or 4. Because it can't be 3 or 5. 3 would be in a 2-to-1 ratio and 5 would be consecutive. This is only 2 or 4. 5 is actually in one of those two because of the 5 looking up. Six is down here. I think it's these, but so there is a 1 in here. And there is an 8 in here. Well, this can't be an 8. So there's an 8 on this dot. Which means I can never put a 9 on. Oh, I could never put a 9 in that dot anyway. But I can't put a 4 or a 9 or a 2 on that dot, actually. That's interesting. I could never put 1 on this dot. So if there isn't a 1 on this line, so this is either 7, 8, 9, or that's a 1. That's interesting. And if this is 7, 8, 9, that's 7, 9, and that's an 8. That's an interesting twist going on, and I'm not sure how to use it. There's no 7 here. So there's a 7 in one of those two. Huh. There's no 9 there. This line is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's a 7. Oh, where's 7 on this? Where's 7 in this column? That 7 means it's not in those. It's not in those. That is a 7. So this isn't a 7, which it never could have been because of the 3, 4. Seven, 8, 9, 1, 2. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. But which means there is a 7 on this dot. Which means there can't be a 6 or a 3 on the dot. So the 6 is in one of those two, and the 3 is in one of those two. So it can't have 1, 2. It can't have 3. It could have 4. It could have 5. It can't have 6. It's got a 7, 8, 9. So this is only 4, 5, 7. These dots are weird. Incredibly weird. I'm still missing something obvious, I think. I think there's a more... Well, these can't... Yeah, there must be a 7 on here. So I was saying they can't be 4, 5. I know they can't be 4, 5. If this was 4, this would be 5, and this would be broken. So this can't be 4, and this can't be 5. If this was 5, 6, that can work. But this is now 3 or 5. 4 is in one of those two. I don't think I fully understand these. Is there something I haven't placed in this column yet? 8 and 9 are both in here. And not here. This is an 8-9 pair. Great. I found an 8-9 pair. Great. And it's not really BremSter approved. I've no idea what's going on. Those Renban lines, they have to be more restricted. So what is off the Renban? So 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, and 6 have to be on these lines. And 4, 5, and 6 has to be on this line. So there is a 6 in one of those. And there is a 6 in one of these. But the 6 is in one of those two. So there's a 6 in one of these three. And if I put, I can't put, there's got to be a 4 or 5 in here, because if I put 4 and 5 down here, that would line up with here, and I'd have to put 4 and 5 in here with 3 and 6, and it just doesn't work. So is there something about these dots that I'm not understanding well enough yet? Like if that's a 9, that can't be a 1. But is it here? If this is a 2, that can't be an 8. If it's a 1, 1, 2, 8, 9, 4, 5, 7, 3 and 6 must be in here. So 6 can't be in any of those or any of those. 6 is absolutely down here. So these, there's 1 and 8 in here. What, with the 8, I can't put 7 or 9. So 9 is down here. And the digits I haven't placed are 2 and 3. Well, I can't put 2 in any of those. Well, actually, no, I could. So 7 can't go next to 3 on the dot. If this is a 4, this can't be a 1. But if this is a 5, this can be a 1. I'm not seeing it. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 7. Well, this can't be 7, 8, 9. That would break that cell. So there's no 1 on this line. Because if this is 1, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These would be 7, 8, 9, and I couldn't fill that cell. So there's no 1 on this line. There is a 1 in here, which means this isn't a 1. And there now must be a 7 on this line. And there's a 7 down here with the 6. So this cell, it can't be 1, it can't be 2, it can't be 3, it can't be 4. It could be 5, it can't be 6, 7, it could be 8. It can only be 5 or 8. Because otherwise it breaks the satisfied dot rule. So this is now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 or 3 through 8. So it's 2 through 7 or 3 through 8. So this is either 1, 2, 9 or 1, 8, 9. So these are from 1, 2, 8, 9 only. These can never be satisfied. Well, they can't be 1, 9 or 2, 8. So if they're... or 1, 2 or 8, 9. This is really restricted, but I can't see how to use it. If this is 1, 2, 9... Okay, let's do it this way. If this is 1, 2, 9, this can't be 1, 2. This would be 1, 9. And this would be 2. Because I couldn't make this 1, 2. And I couldn't... Hang on, no, it can't be 1, 9. If this set was 1, 2, 9, this would have to be 2, 9. And this would have to be 1, because I couldn't make this 1, 9, and I couldn't make it 1, 2. Now, if this is 1, 8, 9, I couldn't make this 1, 9, and I couldn't make it 8, 9. So this would be 9, and this would be 1, 8. So this is always a 1 or a 9. That's... I No, I'm still lost. 7 is in one of these three. So, I'm still quite lost. This might make me cry, you know. If this is 654 or 43, if this is 65 4, trying to see what's happening here. This can't be 1, 2. It's from 3, 4, 5, 6 only. But I think it's these Renbans, and I'm not understanding. So the same thing has to be happening here, doesn't it? Can I put... But I can put 7, 8, 9 on these, I think. This... No, I can't. These can't be 7, 8, 9. That can't be 7, 8, 9. There must be a 1 in here as well. So there's no 1 here. This is the 1, which means this isn't the 9. This is the 9. This can't be 7, 8, 9 because I can't put 7, 8, 9 in that cell. So there has to be... This can't be 1 through 6. This, right, there had to be a 1 in here. There's no 1 here. Sorry, this is the 1. This is a 2, 6 pair. Now this has got the same restriction. I can't make that a 7. Because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there must be a 7 on the line. But 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 could work if there's no 2 on the line. If there's a 2 on the line, it's in one of those 2 cells. Can I put 2 there? 1 can go next to 7 or 8. But that makes this the 8, this the 9. 8 can't go next to 4, so that's a 3, 5 pair. That's the 4. 4 comes out of those. Four comes out of there. Seven, 4 is okay. 1, 7, 1, 8 is okay. There's no 9 here. This is a 7, 8 pair. Something with this. I think there's something here that I've just not understood. Where's 8 in this row? There must be an 8 on this line. I can't put 8 here because of the 8 looking down. I can't put 8 next to the 7. None of those can be 8 because there's a 1 on this line. They can't put an 8 here because that can't be 7. There is an 8 on this line, and we know this line is 87653. So this is 129. So this can't be 1, 2. This is 2, 9. That's the 1. There's no 1 here. This is a 1, 8 pair. And this is 2, 9. Right. The 2, 9 looks like making that the 6 and that the 2. There is now a 2 on this line. So this is 2 through 8. And this is 1, 2, 9. And I can't make these 1 and 2. Sorry, I can't make this 1, 2 or 1, 9. There's no 1 here. This is a 2, 9. And this is the 1, which means this isn't the 1. This is the 1. So this is broken. Because that 2, I've got 2 9s in the column. This is broken. Where did I go wrong? It's broken here. No, it says it's right here. So the 1, 2, 9 here, this has to be a high digit. This can't be 1, 2, 9. So if this was 1, 2, 9, but that makes this 6 and this 2. Oh, I did that wrong. This is 6, this is 2. And now 2 is in here, and this is 1, 8, 9. And I can't make this 8, 9 or 1, 9. So there's no 1... Sorry, there's no 9 on here. This is the 9 and this is 1, 8. And the 1, 8 is looking down, making that the 5 and that the 8. And I'm going to do this. That's now correct. These are now 4, 6, and 7. The 5 is looking at making that the 4 and that the 5. The 4 says that's not the 4. That's the 4, which can't go next to a 2. That's the 9 and that's the 2. And using the checker to confirm where I've gone wrong, I have no problem with that, by the way. Sorry, I did that wrong. That's a 9 because the 9 made that the 8, making that the 9. So that was me just pencil marking wrong. So this becomes the 8. This becomes the 9. Which can go next to 3 or 4. The 4 takes 4 out of there. But more importantly, it makes that the 5 and that the 4, which means this is the 7 and this is not the 7. The 4 looks back, making that the 5, which means this is 3, which is 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. And this is not a 4. In fact, that has to be the 6 because the 5 made that the 3. That means this is a 1, 5 pair, and I can take 5 out of here. This is 3, 4, 6 and must contain a 6. And the 6 isn't there. That's the 6. This is the 3, 4. And something resolves this? Something does resolve this. I just don't know what it is yet. I've not seen a V constraint used. Or I've just missed it. Both of these are possible. The 8 looks across, making this the 1 and this the 8. So these, well, the 1 makes this the 5 and this the 1. And these are 2, 3, 4, but I can't put the 2 there. So this is the 2, this is a 3, 4, and the 4 would be consecutive with the 5. That's the 3, that's the 4, that's the 3. There's no 2 in any of those. This is a quadruple, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, there's no 4 in any of those. There's no 5 or 6 there. So this is a 4, 7. So I can take the 7 out of there. This is a 5, 6. The 7 is making that the 4 and that the 7. The 6 is making that the 5 and that the 6. The 7 here is making this the 6 and this the 7, and I'm starting to understand. The 7 is making that the 8 and that the 7. Not satisfied, not satisfied, none of that satisfied. All of this is like Hamilton pushing back Jefferson. That's a reference that a few people will get if they've seen the show a lot. 9 makes this 8 and 9. The 8 makes this the 1 and the 8. There's a pair of digits missing here, which is 2 and 6, but I can't put 6. No, I've got a 6. It's 2 and 9. And there's a 9 looking down, making that the 2 and that the 9. These are 3 and 6, and the 3 makes that the 6 and that the 3. So now I just need to raise a glass to freedom. He aims his pistol at the sky. Wait! There's no 2 here. That's the 2 in the corner. So in this column, I haven't placed a 4. So these are 3 and 5, and the 3 right here makes that the 5 and that the 3. And that is the solution to 3 fundamental truths. And possibly I should have called 3 fundamental truths with the celebration. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. Oh my Lord, that was absolutely stunning. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And if I'd thought about this earlier, I probably could have got a special message done for this video, but it's too late now. Thank you everyone for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this one. And more important than that, I really hope that FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards have a wonderful night at the show. This is a celebration for me. I'm doing this for me, and I'm sharing it with all of you. Thank you everyone for watching. And as always, good luck with your solving.